So let me bring module 5 to a close. This bring forth order. And this is really about the ideal future that you want, starting putting it into place and really getting a grasp of it. So what I talk about now is get a handle on your future. Get a firm understanding of what you want. Get a firm understanding that it's your responsibility to design the future that you desire and keep away from the one that you don't. Get a handle on it. Grip it. Use the tools. Our future is so important, but sometimes we live in reality and we just don't put that time to start planning what we really want. Sometimes we plan our holidays more than we actually do our future. But now you've got the tools, some understanding now about how you can take that first step and put those processes in place and those practices and habits to start moving to that future that you desire. And then it comes self-belief, because once you see it and understand it and you have a clear vision, that belief comes because you're working towards something, that purpose, that meaning starts to create that belief, and it's so important to have that. Activity to match intent. There is a great law that I talk about, a universal law, about the law of diminishing intent. I have been on many workshops where I've had some excited managers leave with great intentions about designing their future. They've seen it, they've thought on paper, they've written it down, they've understood the motivations, they know the why, they know the value it will bring to everybody else, and there's great intention. But over time, if they don't act, and many don't, then that intention starts to diminish. And before you know it, no action's taken. So my advice, please, is activity must match intent, if not exceed it. What are you going to do? What are you going to apply to move you closer to that future that you want? Is it important enough to make the sacrifices? Only you will know that. How are you going to find that energy? How are you going to overcome those obstacles? How are you going to overcome those voices in your head when it starts and the buttons get pressed? Or the association where you spend too long watching television or on time on the sofa? Activity. What is the first step that you're going to commit to doing? I think that's the key thing, because your intention may start to drain, but your activity will keep that moving forward. That's the key thing. It's progressing forward through your applied activity and discipline. There's a question and more of a bit of a statement around what am I doing right now to move me closer to the future that I want. That's a statement that you should say to yourself. What am I doing right now that's moving me closer to my be, do's, have, goes and sees? What am I actually doing? And if I'm not doing it, what's happened? Am I going to take full responsibility for that? So then what do I need to change? What do I want to change? What do I choose to change? Even stronger, not need to. Change that dialogue to saying I choose to change. I want to do this. I'm prepared to make these sacrifices. I love this new plan that I've got and I'm going to move forward on it. I'm going to ask people to hold me to account. What are you doing right now? Are you focusing on those priorities or not that's moving you closer? Or are you slowly stumbling by default to that future that you don't want? That's your decision. Only you can make that. And the last thing where I will go over again is design your future in advance. We have great ability to go to the future with our imagination, start to see it, start to feel it sometimes. Like, what would it feel like if you were in that house of your dreams? Or what would it feel like if you're in the best shape of your life? What would it feel like if you could walk down the street and be safe because you've trained yourself? Design it. Think on paper. It's possible. That's the key thing here. This is just a skill. A knowledge is skill, and then apply it. And then with discipline you can do it and you can see it. And honestly, this is where you can call forth order. Knowing where you're going, having clarity, having a vision for your life, knowing that the people that are going to come with you, it's going to add great benefit to them as well. So I hope this module helps. The call forth order around your future, the ideal that you want to set in place and start setting up. So thank you for your time, your energy and your focus. The next video is a bonus video. I'm going to introduce you to a bonus tool called Promise and Price, and then we're going to close the whole of the actual course down. Again, this is entirely up to you. You've got lots of tools now. You've been introduced to 10 tools. Some will resonate, I understand that, and some won't. Some will be left in the toolbox. Some that you would have had the courage to teach, some that you would have put up and be using on a daily basis. My challenge here would be, what tools are left in the toolbox? Is there a situation that you're facing right now that could really help by using that tool? Some questions to think about at the end of this training video. So thank you for your time, and I'll see you on the next video.